What's going on, guys? Here we are, week 20 of the Street Parking Vault. Only 5 left. So stay the course, continue to log those workouts. You guys are absolutely crushing it. Now, this week's workout is powered by our amazing selves, us. Now let's get into this week's shoutouts. Our first shoutout is gonna go out to Carmen D from Michigan. So close to 2K workouts. Can't wait for you to hit that milestone. Carmen has traveled and moved all over, and the cool thing is that she's had awesome consistency with SP by her side. Our next shout out is gonna go out to Greg S from Colorado. In honor of National Police Week, thank you for protecting us, Greg. Greg and his wife Sarah are coffee roasters who enjoy hosting members in their basement. So get a workout with Greg sometime. Our next shout out is gonna go out to Allison B. Happy Mother's Day. That was so cool to see you in the garage with your son. A Swiftie fan, no judgment, it is what it is, but had to shout that out. We look forward to seeing you use those 30s on round 2, so stay the course, keep crushing it. And our gym shout out for the week is gonna go out to our member actually, Sean C. Moore, getting together the people from CrossFit Shoe Fly. It's been really cool to see you guys rally behind this year's vault. Keep it up, my brother.
Very hard at getting at least 5 workouts in a week. They are not all, A, B, or C. There's a shift, more than nothing. I've started doing more rucking. Being able to customize in my home and know that I'm doing what's best for me and for my body, that's key. Fitness freedom is doing what you need to do for yourself and your body where you are in that moment. Some days you can knock it out of the park. Some days you can look at a workout and go, okay, I can do that. And other days it's, you know what, today's not that day. I'm not having a good day physically. I'm not having a good day mentally. It's, I need to move today. And that's okay. And it's acceptable. And it's good for you to know your limitations.
The Street Parking Vault is a 1 workout per week for 25 weeks series with the goal to help street parking members build consistency.
You can do any version of the workout.
Customize these movements and choose a version that fits your ability.
Each week, log your workout before the time is up.
Your scores and weights don't matter.
You just can't miss.
I really feel it's my time, think it's my...
Welcome to week 20 of the 2024 Street Parking Vault. This week we are taking on Poseidon's Trident. Your Program A workout of the day is going to be 3 rounds of 15 push-ups, 10 power cleans, then you'll rest 1 minute after those 3 rounds. Then part 2 will be 3 rounds of 15 push-ups and 10 weighted squats. Rest 1 minute after you complete those 3 rounds. Then part 3 will be 3 rounds of 15 push-ups and 10 squat cleans. Your score for this one is your total individual times for all the parts. Your goal for this workout is part 1, aimed between 3 to 5 minutes, part 2, 4 to 6 minutes, and part 3, 5 to 8 minutes. Your shift workout of the day is going to be part 1, you will do a 4-minute AMRAP, as many rounds or reps as possible, of 7 push-ups and 10 hang power cleans. You'll rest 1 minute after part 1, and part 2 will be a 4-minute AMRAP of 7 push-ups and 10 weighted squats. Rest 1 minute after part 2, and for part 3, you're gonna do a 4-minute AMRAP, 7 push-ups, and 10 hang cleans plus a squat. All right, guys, your score for this workout is going to be your total rounds and reps for each individual part. And then your goal for this one is going to be part 1, we're looking for 3 to 5 rounds, part 2, 3 to 5 rounds, and then part 3, 2 to 4 rounds.
Welcome to week 20 of the Street Parking Kids Vault. Now, this week we are tackling Poseidon's Trident, which is a 6-minute AMRAP of 6 push-ups, followed by 6 dumbbell hang power clean, 6 goblet squat, and 6 donkey kicks. Your goal for this workout is going to be to focus on locked out and active shoulders in that donkey kick.
We have Team Tall here, Team Banana, Team Tall, Team Nutrition here.
That's right.
And
you're kind of short. I hate to break it to you. But
I am
look,
not short.
Has anybody
Do you
seen
see
Molly?
how tall?
Has anybody seen Molly? I could have sworn.
The staff at Street Parking for the female side is like the coaches.
I know.
The coaches are this tall, and then I come in, it's like, they're all on
I know,
this.
and
Team Tall is not very pumped on the push-ups and the squatting. You know, short people are always like, tall people and the wall balls. I think they forget that we have to squat really far.
Preach.
Like, and we're so tall, we don't even have that time to do that thing with our hands where you wait for the ball, because the ball just comes right back because we're so tall. But we still have to squat
Preach.
all the way down. Welcome back to week 20 of the Street Parking Vault. This week we are taking on Poseidon's Trident. I've got EC Sinkowski with me of Optimize Me Nutrition, the 2 Banana Club better known as.
Yeah.
We're gonna be getting after this workout. EC is gonna be using the dumbbells. I'll be doing program B with the barbell, and we're gonna keep the push-ups. We're gonna go regular on the push-ups. No extra challenge there. I'm going a little heavier with the weight, but no extra challenge on the push-ups.
Sounds great.
You ready?
As great as can be. Yeah.
Okay. Push-up city.
And they are off to start week 20 of Poseidon's Trident, as Molly said, Push Up City. I'm Cole, and this is Coach Alex.
Hi guys.
So Alex, since this is Push Up City, how are you feeling about this?
You know, maybe before I was pregnant, I would have been kind of stoked. I am a fan of push-ups. But yeah, that's something that hasn't necessarily come back yet. I can do them, but at this volume, my goodness.
It is quite a volume. Speaking of which, what is the workout?
Yeah.
What kind of layout are we looking
So
at here?
it's 3 parts. Part 1 is 3 rounds, 15 push-ups, 10 power cleans, no matter how you slice it, whatever equipment you use.
Okay.
After those 3 rounds, you're gonna rest for 1 minute, 1 measly minute.
One single solitary 60-second minute.
Then you move on to part 2, which is 3 rounds of, yet again, 15 push-ups, this time 10 front squats or weighted squats.
Okay.
After those 3 rounds, another measly minute of rest. And then part 3 is, you guessed it, 3 rounds of 15 push-ups, this time followed by 10 squat cleans.
Oh man, all right, I don't even want to ask, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Total volume of push-ups, what are we looking at here?
We're looking at 135 push-ups.
Great googly moogly, Alex.
Googly moogly indeed.
I am, okay, super cool, that's awesome. I have a bunch of questions about customizations, but first let's get to who is doing the workout today for Street Parking. We have Coach Molly.
Coach Molly.
And we have EC.
The EC.
The EC. And I don't know if you guys have noticed, they are both tall individuals.
Yes, they are not vertically challenged.
They're not vertically challenged, and there's a lot of movement in terms of getting to the floor and back up, and like, look at, so basically, she's, right now, EC is clearing the entire distance plus over my head probably with those dumbbells.
So. Those are probably like your snatches. And my snatches, let's be honest, you're taller than me.
Yes, I am, by I think like almost an inch.
Almost.
Yeah, it's a lot, and every inch counts. So, from the ground to where they have to bring the dumbbells, the squatting, all of that, they're covering a bit more distance, right?
They are, yes.
And
indeed.
then, I don't know the mathematics of it, obviously, but I mean, I feel like a push-up's harder too when you have a longer lever.
Yeah, definitely.
Right? Like that's something.
No, for sure. It's the same reason why a knee push-up is, in theory, is more accessible.
Yeah.
Because it reduces that lever.
Yes.
Physics, right?
Physics or something. Some
Yeah,
type of
something
science
like that.
for sure.
And also, I mean, it's probably, not much, but their arms are longer than ours.
They
too.
are,
So
and
they
it
do
is
have to
much.
move a further distance.
It is not much.
You're
Let
right.
me tell you something.
If
the
we were in a
wingspan-
boxing match,
yes,
they would definitely have the advantage.
I would have to kick. The only
And even
way,
then,
even then,
you have
it's
to get kind of
questionable.
close.
Yeah, the wingspan alone on each of them is a solid 15 feet. That's solid, like
It is.
fact.
It is. Okay, so Molly wrapped up her first part, I think in either just under 3 or right at 3, and the goal for that one is 3 to 5 minutes. That should be
sweet.
the quickest one.
Yeah.
I would love to talk about the push-ups though,
Let's-
since this is Push-Up City.
Yeah, let's talk about them.
Yeah, this is definitely, push-ups are gonna be the make or break for
Oh,
this
hell
workout.
yeah. I was here this day. I wanted to see this. I was like, oh man, EC's gonna throw down. Let me go watch. And they were like, the rest is just a break for the push-ups.
It really is.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's probably rest you would take even if it weren't allotted.
Exactly.
You know, like to sustain. So, just straight up, guys, if you can't do 15 push-ups from your toes in a row, fresh, don't do them on from
Just
your
don't.
toes. Don't do it from your toes. Like, I can't put it any more bluntly than that. The only other option would be do 10 push-ups per round per part instead. So reduce volume could be an option.
Okay.
And do them from your toes.
Okay.
But still, you should be doing 5 reps at a time every single time you start to do push-ups.
Okay. What are you thinking for the customizations?
Yeah, so if that's not, if you're like, yeah, no, that's not me, you know, I'm still working on my push-up stamina. I'm a fan of an elevated push-up. That is my most favorite.
Okay.
Because it, like we mentioned, you talked about that like
Levers. Science.
It allows you to keep that lever, but just,
Yeah.
you know, elevate.
I wish
it
I
reduces
had-
your loading basically. So
Yeah.
you don't feel as heavy, but allows you to get that full range of motion. Other option, and this is great for like, let's say you start from your toes and you realize like, oh gosh, I've made a terrible mistake. Dropping to your knees is just such a quick and easy and accessible customization.
Ooh, real quick, sorry to interrupt,
No, yeah,
but watch
you're good.
Molly here, since they're actually looking at Molly's hands. Molly does something, she can do push-ups from her toes all the way through, but she just had her hands forward and now look, she has her
Yes.
fingers pointing outwards.
Yes.
She will switch up her push-up style
Yeah.
to save herself.
No, it's
Yeah.
it's smart. If you can go for it, that'll allow you to access your chest a little bit more. But yeah, definitely alternating
Always
your grip.
important
You
to
could even
access the
adjust
chest.
like the width of your grip a little bit. I wouldn't get too crazy with
not
that.
crazy,
But
but-
it's definitely worth exploring some different hand positions. Honestly, just to sustain.
Always explore the hand positions so you can access different parts of the chest. On to the customizations. You said elevated,
so
what
elevated
else?
for sure, and that's a great one. Like if you have some forethought to have a surface available to you to do elevated, if you don't start off from there. And remember, guys, it can be a wall, a box, a bench, the back of your sofa,
The bar.
the bar in a rack, a squat rack. I've done it to my pellet stove in my living room.
Oh, really?
Yeah, my coffee
Okay.
table.
Okay.
The edge of the sofa.
I've done it
there's
to my
lots of
ottoman,
options.
but I
Yeah.
fell one time. So be
Ooh.
careful, guys.
Yeah.
My arm gave out. I went past failure and I smacked my face on my ottoman. So note to self and others, don't smack your face on your ottoman.
No.
Or whatever you're using.
I love that you brought that up because inevitably your push-ups are going to start to break down. You should, I would say, never reach failure. Always leave at least one rep in the tank before
Maybe
you
two,
decide.
because I
Maybe
thought I
two.
had one left.
Maybe two.
And instead it was my face. It was a face rep.
Yeah, that's a good guide.
Yeah.
In the middle of a workout, it's kind of like when you have a plan until you get punched, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it's kind of like that. You probably will have a plan on how you're going to break these up, and then you're going to realize, oh gosh,
wow, that was not-
I need to pivot. So
Pivot.
that's a good guide. Is like just leave a rep in the tank, break sooner, 1 rep sooner than you need to. You know, sit back on your heels, shake it out, and then get right back to work.
Nothing better than that shakeout, man. Do not break in a plank. It's not the way to do it, guys. I know you think
not a break.
That's not a break. I know you're like, oh, maybe if I just hold it here for a second. No,
push
the
up.
answer is don't do it.
Forced recovery, you just gotta wait. Forced recovery.
Yeah.
Squat cleans are gonna be spicy. Maybe single stopping, maybe.
Let's see, what is she gonna do with the squat cleans?
You gotta chip away.
Yeah, we'll see what she does.
Shoulders.
I'm glad she
Are
mentioned
feeling it,
that.
like holding the front
we can
squat,
talk a
for
little
sure.
bit about
So yeah, sets of like, so it started out as 8, it's now like 5s and 3s and then 2s. So, well, we're gonna go again soon.
Yeah, that minute's gonna go by quickly. So when it comes to choosing weight, guys, for the most part, I don't want to see people changing up their weight from movement to movement. So like, you should use the same thing for the power cleans, for the squats, and for the squat cleans.
Yeah, because it's not like you're
Ideally.
gonna have a bunch of rest in between.
Yeah, I definitely don't want to see you guys like fumbling around during your rest, trying to manipulate that. I mean, obviously you can do whatever you want, fitness freedom, but.
Yeah.
So kind of think of your squat cleans as like your determining factor.
Yeah.
You should be able to do those in like sets of 3 or so,
Okay.
which should mean that your power cleans and squats are done like mostly unbroken. Power
Nice.
cleans would be a quick like in and out, like if you need to break it up, you could quickly get back to work.
Yeah.
Whereas like a squat, you have to like get it to your shoulders, get in your squat position. So for those, I definitely think once your weight's at your shoulders, just settle in, get those 10 reps done,
Right on.
and then, you know, get back to the push-ups. But yeah, so Molly's chipping away at sets.
Fun fact,
What's up?
EC actually taught my level 1
No
CrossFit
way.
cert
No way.
back in like 2009.
That's epic.
And it turned out later, turns out she actually taught that at Kariana and Bill's CrossFit gym.
Oh my God!
Can you
you're
like
such
what
a
are the
small
chances?
world.
What are the chances? Yeah, so when I
so
finally
cool.
got to meet EC in real life as like a real person instead of just like, wow, you're my level 1.
Yeah, that's so cool.
She's the coolest. Such a smart human. I actually am a little embarrassed now that I don't know about levers because EC would be like, she would quote a bunch of different like, you know, medical
Sources
things
and
and
studies.
sources, and I'm just like, you know, taller you are, the harder you fall.
Big tree fall hard.
Big tree fall hard.
Yeah, I watched so many CrossFit videos back in the day of EC giving the nutrition lecture.
Yeah. Oh, she's so
just
smart.
over and over and over again.
Dude,
She's brilliant.
She's brilliant. Her
Yeah.
TED Talks, her currently
Her
like all her info she
Consistency
comes
Project
out. Bro.
podcast.
Yeah.
Super great.
And she really knows the weight of a banana. She just
she
is
has her grams
dialed
in.
Yes, she is an excellent gram grabber.
Speaking of grams, should we plug our 800 gram 30-day?
I mean, you don't have to ask. Go for it. Go
Did
for
I
it.
just do it?
I think
without-
you did. I think in asking, you have done the
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
I'm actually currently doing like a 600 gram.
Oh,
I'm just
nice.
making sure
That's
I hit
a great
my 6.
customization.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very
like
much. I tend to end up having 800 grams, but as long as I make sure I get my 6, like, then I know I'll probably get the other like within a meal.
Yeah, like a more than nothing kind of.
It's much more than nothing.
No,
it's
it is.
approximately
You're right.
600 grams
You're
more than nothing.
You're right. Approximately.
Yeah. Oh man, look at them in their matching shirts.
They're so cute.
I don't
All
know,
right,
man. What
so
are you?
let's
you're
watch
good.
Molly do these squat cleans because I really love how she gets tall. Speaking of tall,
Yeah. She gets
as-
tall, stays tall.
yeah, she does. Definitely don't want to shorten that hip opening, guys. So make sure, regardless of if you're using a barbell, dumbbells, sandbag, as you raise that weight up and it gets to about, thigh height, think about getting tall and then dropping under the bar. That's a great cue.
Dang. I bet she actually had to take her shirt off because her arms were getting too swole.
Probably so. She
Couldn't
was
fit
busting
in
out.
the shirt anymore.
Actually, I don't know if this has ever happened to you, but I have kept my elbows pinned in so tight wearing a t-shirt
Yeah.
that I've actually chafed on my tricep
Wow.
Yeah.
It's because of the buffness.
because of the buffness and
It
the
happens.
seam and the seam in the t-shirt. But
But it's the buffness that caused the seam to hit you. And that's definitely happened to me. I mean, all of the buffness injuries over here.
now, speaking of, that is a strong position. We want the elbows tracking back and alongside the
Yeah.
body, not necessarily that tight.
Yeah.
Because that's mostly tricep. But think like a 45-degree angle or
Yeah,
so. We
'cause
want
once
a
you go
little bit
out
of
there,
space.
oof.
Yeah, but definitely don't want them out to a T or like
Yeah.
chicken wing. That's going to be a lot of pressure on the front of the shoulder and on the chest in a way that really is not ideal.
Yeah.
So definitely want to keep those elbows nice and
Dang,
close.
Molly, and the abs be popping too. Calm down with your fitness.
I mean, she is the head nutrition coach.
I mean, obviously.
Obviously. She got that body comp.
Repping them out too, seriously.
Well done, Molly. Excellent. I think she did that set unbroken.
Dang.
She was like,
dang.
this has to be finished. She was like, this has to be over.
Yeah.
That's
I'm
basically
done.
what she said.
She said, I'm done, son.
She's done. And you can see it here with EC too, even with dumbbells. Getting tall, opening up those hips and knees before she drops under the dumbbells. It's really
Well,
great.
because if nothing else, EC is going to hit all the points of performance.
She is.
Also formerly like the head CrossFit judge during competition.
Yep.
So, I mean, she does not want to hear a single person give her a no rep.
Nope. Alex Bridgeforth could scrutinize and critique as much as he
all
wants.
you want. You're not gonna catch EC slacking. And if she does get a no rep, she'd give it to herself and make herself do another
Absolutely.
one. EC does not mess around.
No.
Beast mode going on right now. I gotta tell you though, truth. When she found out what the workout was, she was like, "Are you kidding me?" She's like, "Are you kidding me?" Like all these push-ups.
Push-ups,
I am
yeah.
not looking forward to all these push-ups.
It's a tough movement, man.
well, the
and
thing
once,
is about
once it goes, it's like
that's the thing.
so hard to get them back in the moment.
Yeah, well, because the thing is, you can have several solid, but a high volume push-up is a whole different beast.
It really is.
Because I could, sitting here right now, I could probably do 15 push-ups and feel pretty good about myself. Round 2 of the first part, I probably will get maybe 3 in a row.
Yeah.
Like, so high volume is rough when it comes to push-ups.
And that's why, you know, in theory, like being able to do 15 in a row definitely I think is the minimum prerequisite for this one. And still, I recommend even for a push-up like aficionado, you should be breaking them up from the start.
Well, you have to know yourself as well.
Yeah.
I know that about me. I know I'm pretty good at bench. I can do several push-ups one time, but then after that, I don't have the stamina to continue
And
that.
most people don't.
Yeah.
Try, you know, it's really small muscle groups
Yeah.
that are working.
Speak for yourself. My muscle groups are huge.
Relatively, right? They're not the size of your quads, they're not the size of your
yeah.
glutes or hamstrings.
I mean, almost.
They tire
I've been
out
working
quickly.
out, Alex.
Have you?
I have been. I don't know if you can tell. All right, real quick. We have not yet mentioned the shift version.
Oh,
what do we
shame
have
on
for
us.
shift?
Shame on us.
on.
So shift is also 3 parts.
Love it.
Structured actually very similarly. So, but instead of 4 rounds, it's 4-minute AMRAPs. The first is 7 push-ups, 10 hang power cleans.
Okay.
So a few less push-ups and reduced range of motion cleans. And then rest 1 minute, another 4-minute AMRAP, 7 push-ups, 10 dumbbell or goblet squats, rest 1 minute. And then in the third 4-minute AMRAP, 7 push-ups, 10 hang clean plus squats.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Solid.
So this is a
Very
great kind
similar
of like,
across the board.
AMRAP is a great like safety net. Like you
Yeah.
know exactly how long you're going to be working for. You won't get kind of sucked into a push-up vortex. So if that's kind of your concern and you really want to try from the toes, I think this would be a great option.
Yeah.
Fewer reps, but also just having that safety net of knowing you're going to be done in 4 minutes.
Yeah.
Is great, and then the movements are very similar.
You know what? Oof, I might be painting myself into a corner here. I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go shift.
Oh, nice.
And then I plan to do the push-up program here coming up soon because I do feel like I've lost my stamina in my push-ups. So I'm gonna do shift this time around, do the push-up program, and then try to do it from my toes the whole time, the second time around in A,
I
6
love
months
that.
later.
I love that. I think that's excellent.
Because that'll keep me on track too to like continue with your push-ups. Because every once in a while I do the push-up program, I get good at them, and then I'm just like, I'm so cool, I got these, and then I don't practice it, and then I lose them again.
Yeah. She's assuming the like quintessential push-up where you like
hold
hug
yourself. You're just
Yeah.
like, oh my poor baby arms.
You know, I'm the same way. I will periodically do the stamina push-up program for like 4 to 6 weeks. Really quick sessions, maybe 10 minutes. You can plug them in before a daily workout. I really like how simple they are.
Get it.
Hey, that's
get it.
you.
Get it. I was just trying to cheer her on. I did not expect Salvia to do a little. That's awkward.
I also really appreciate that when I work on my push-ups, my burpees get a lot easier.
They do.
They do.
Look at that.
Isn't that funny?
It's almost like you're using the same.
We're going to do a cold brew after this.
Ooh, nice.
She's very excited
Earned
to get
it.
a cold brew.
Earned it, for sure.
Would you be interested in doing the push-up program with me in June? You don't have to commit now. Think about it. Mull it
I
over.
will think about it. My only hesitation is that I'm working on 5-3-1 back squat.
Oh, right on. Yeah, I feel you.
So I am interested.
Okay.
I just don't want to overload my my metaphorical plate.
Yes, don't overload your metaphorical plate. You also have a small child, so
I do.
I get that there's other things on your metaphorical plate. So no stress. Maybe someone out there will join me for the push-up program.
Those
in
of you
June.
listening,
Anybody interested in the
reach out
push-up
to
program?
Cole if you are thinking you'll do the push-up program.
Because I'm going to do a bunch in the beginning of the month and then a bunch at the end in terms of push-ups and see if I can increase my max reps push-ups.
I like that. Here's EC
I think she's
wrapping
finishing up.
these last few reps.
Yes, EC.
Yeah, I mean, so tips for this workout, guys, as you can see, it is a push-up workout. If push-ups are your jam, you're going to be pumped. So for this workout, I'd say we broke them up from the beginning. I think EC started with 5s, right?
Yeah, that was stupid.
She started with sets of 5. I think I did 8 and 7. And then even by that first round, when I was like onto my, or that first, round, and when my second set, I was like already breaking them up into smaller chunks. So just be mindful of push-ups, because when they go, and you just have to wait for longer. So my recommendation is try to have some plans for how you're gonna break up your push-ups, and know that you're gonna probably have to adjust that plan. You should always feel like you have one more push-up in the tank before you rest, right?
What was that tip?
You know this, you're your coach, you know this. So if you're like planning to go for a set of 5 and all of a sudden you get to 3 and you're like, whoa, that's getting really hard, go to 4 and then take a break. You're gonna have to just be able to adjust on the fly. Push-ups are something that can get kind of sloppy pretty quick, so be mindful of that. Like I know for me, my downfall is I tend to just move my upper body and not my lower body. So that's why I went with the 15 push-ups. Be confident in your push-ups if you go for 20. Now on any of the barbell or dumbbell movements, having the weight on your shoulders, especially it wasn't as bad on the power cleans, it just gets your heart rate up, but on the front squats and the squat cleans, having that bar sit on your shoulder, it does fatigue the shoulders more for the push-ups. So really be mindful in the front squats that you focus on driving your elbows up. The more that pulls down the elbows, it's gonna pull on the shoulders and pull you forward. So really focus on the elbows up. Squat cleans, break those up into manageable sets. But I'd say the weight that you pick there for the dumbbell or the barbell, you should be able to do those movements in no more than, it should be 2 sets, if not 1. Especially if push-ups are tough for you. Don't go super heavy with the weight. So you can kind of pick what you want to focus on. If you want to go for your push-ups, go a little lighter on the weight. Kind of choose what you want to focus on for this workout. Any tips, EC?
Yeah, I mean, it's just, for me, it's just a push-up workout, which I knew. So I just treated it as like, it's fine even to go 1 at a time, because that's working on today. That's okay.
And I think the tendency is sometimes to want to like rest at the top and just sit there. Get off of your arms. Like, come off your arms, let them shake out. Don't rest at the top to try to get 1 more. You're just gonna fatigue the shoulders more.
Yeah, I mean, if I had tried to do some of those later sets with 5s, I would have had to rest way longer.
Yeah.
Which is why the 1 and back keeps you in a little bit of a rhythm, but
Totally.
Also it would have been faster than me trying to wait for larger sets.
Mm-hmm. Tank tops are advised for this one because you're just gonna have a sweet pump afterwards.
That's right.
Have a good time, crew. Have a good time. Eat your bananas.